Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Thursday. Thirsty Thursday, am I right, college kids? Let's get fucking hammed. Rock on, raging. How are you guys today? How are you doing? Something that I feel like I haven't been asking enough of. Let me get a little closer here. Let me shake the whole table and camera just to get a little closer to you guys. How are you doing? If you had to put it on a scale, if you had to 1 to 10 it, 1 means worst day of your life, just don't even know how you're going to make it through. 10 means it's your fucking wedding day and you found your perfect partner and you also won $1 million in the lottery. How are you guys doing today? They ask us to rank how we're feeling when we go to the hospital, and they ask us always to rank, but I feel like we don't check in enough. And we're always talking about how we're feeling, but how are we doing if you had to put it to a number? All right, let's check in with you guys. All right, a 6, not too shabby. Jig Yoda, an 8, says Glenn Caesar. Glenn, love to hear that. Right now and later, 6. Travis getting tricky with a 6.982. He was like, it could be a 7, but I'm not quite there. Not quite a 7. Weston's at a 2. I'm so sorry, my friend. Oh, 2 is fucking shit. I'm really sorry to hear that. Manny at a 7. Rob at a 5. Just like an average day. Matthew at a 7. Zeno at a 2. Pink Sweets at a 4.5. Kate says solid 3. Solid 3. It's like definitely not the worst day, but you've had so many better ones. 69, says Rob. This doesn't count. 6 with Morse code. All right, we're all over the map. I feel like I can't even gauge how my days are doing by day. Like today was a blank. I feel like it's minute by minute right now. Like some minutes I feel like I am legitimately hanging on by a thread. And then other minutes I'm like, I've fucking got this. Rox, you've got this shit. So I don't even know how to like not do this 50,000 times every single day. Just kind of is how it's going right now. Like, I woke up this morning and I felt like I was at a 3. And then you get up and you do some things and you have your caffeine. Cheers, guys, with the tea. Oh, this might be too hot. Oh, it's totally too hot. I knew it beforehand. You might go up to a 5, and then you might get a phone call or something might happen that's maybe good, and you might even make it up to a 7 during this time. I usually don't make it above that, and typically I don't make it that high. And then something happens, you fucking dip right back down to 2 or 3. It's just like wild range of emotion. So I'm sure you guys are feeling that as well. And no matter what number you're at right now, remember the point is that it's going to change because that's how life goes. If you're at a 2, that doesn't mean you won't ever be at a 10. And unfortunately, if you're at a 10, it doesn't mean you won't ever be at a 2. It's just kind of how it goes. So you just got to keep working on making it that 1 point higher, 1% happier, whatever you can do. Because this time is fucking rough. Today after this, I'm going to go film Hoffer. As you guys know, that's the new sports job that I booked, sports prediction app. HOFR is the name of the app. If you guys want to join, it's free. You have the potential of winning money. It's $250 that you could win. And then I believe the jackpot is at $600 today. So that's cool. Yeah. Into getting work right now, especially with these cool guys. It's been fun to pop in. It's just my second one, so wish me luck on that. Teleprompter's a whole different beast, but it's definitely been fun. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor for killing Breonna Taylor, all three of them. Speaking of Breonna Taylor, let's jump a little bit over to George Floyd today. We have some news in the George Floyd case that we will be talking about. The judge dropped the third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin, but that's okay, and we'll talk a little bit about why. Also, in the world of politics, the Republicans voted to advance Coney Barrett to the Supreme Court nom for the full Senate. This is wild that this is actually happening, and I wanted to just touch base because we haven't spoken about Coney Barrett in a minute, and also what this means and what's going to happen here, because it's confusing, and Senate rules are confusing, and Supreme Court rules are confusing, and what Biden would be able to do is confusing. So we're going to be talking about that as well. And then a little entertainment news. We got that Tom Holland image, the first look at Uncharted. A lot of people are talking about who should have played Sully, who should have played Nathan Drake. So we can break all of that down. And then continuing to just motherfucking check in. In the world of checking in, please let me know how you guys are doing in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the super chat. For me, I got my blood results back today, and the doctor says nothing, no mono, which I felt like I knew because how the fuck, but okay. And nothing notable. So, I'm just going to keep monitoring. Could just be autoimmune stuff. We just don't know. I also got my blood type. So just in case I'm ever stranded on some island or need blood transfusion and I'm out and nobody knows what my blood is and there's no doctors around, I'm O positive. Apparently that's the most common one. I always thought I would be either O negative, which is the universal donor, or like one of the really rare ones, but no, just the normal one, O positive. That's me. I am she. So you guys, so in case, anything ever happens and it's like, what blood type does she have? Just remember, I'm O positive because I'm just such a positive fucking person. I am a positive person, actually. Before we get to the news, let's go to the Super Chat and the Streamlabs. Chris Burke in the Super Chat says, "Hey, Roxy, it's Avery. Miss you. I'll try to get on here more. My dad's wedding is this weekend, so wish him a lot of luck. Again, love you and miss you." Avery's so happy you're popping in. For anybody who doesn't know or is new to the show, Avery and Chris are our favorite father-daughter duo. Avery's 12. Her dad is getting married. Apparently, it's this weekend. Avery, are you going to be in the wedding? Are you a flower girl or any kind of thing? Let us know. Love and miss you as well. I'm so excited for you guys. Yeah. 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 Why is Roxy randomly breaking into song? Well, because I always fucking do that. That's just the way I am. Can't help it, even if I tried. I think it comes from my grandma. Who the hell really knows, though? In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. We did have one come in right before the show started from Katie the Good Witch. Katie, miss you. Feel like I haven't seen your name in a minute. Katie says, "Need advice. My job at Target is becoming intolerable. Boss just made everyone feel small and bad all the time. Just makes everyone feel small and bad all the time. My best friend wants me to come work for her at Dairy Queen, but it's Dairy Queen and in my hometown. Same money, less dignity. Thoughts?" Katie the Good Witch. I don't know why there would be less dignity in that. I feel like I'm missing something. So let me know what part about being a Dairy Queen is less dignity. I think that, if your friend is there and you know that they make a good boss and it wouldn't get in the way of your friendship and you wouldn't be demeaned all the time and made to feel small, then there would be more dignity in that. Also, it's kind of nice during this time to be able to see people that you care about. And the fact that it's in your hometown, I just think that there's zero shame in being at a Dairy Queen. I think that's great and fun. I never worked a fast food job, but I did work at a restaurant for like 8 years. And it was in my hometown too. And I loved it. I love getting to see everybody come in. And I just never would have an issue serving people or waiting on people. Because I still do that in my life. Like, no matter what kind of, as I go up the ranks in different jobs and stuff, I'll still take out the trash and I'll still clean the toilets. Like, I'm just kind of, that's my MO. And I feel like no issue. I think that you should go and do it if you think it will be better for your happiness. And who the fuck cares what other people think? And especially in this situation, who the fuck cares? Let's see what you guys are thinking. It seems like you guys are kind of in agreement. Let's see. Katie the Good Witch been working or hiding? Is Dairy Queen open year round? Krista, fair question. Fast food has a stigma, says Gregory Castillo. Okay. Dairy Queen is less dignified than Target with a crappy boss. Nah, hit up DQ, says Travis Gilbert. Totally. Zeno Hour, what's wrong with Dairy Queen? Job's a job, definitely. Spidey Sensei, can she transfer to another Target? They're everywhere where I live. That's a good question too. If she likes working at Target, maybe that's just like more up your alley. Zeno says, get the Dairy Queen job and eat all the ice cream. Legit. Okay, let's see. John Trink says, I worked at a dairy bar with friends. For one, it strained our relationship. Still best friends now. The other friend, we had zero issue. This depends on the friend, I think. Yeah, I think that's a good point too. You want to make sure that you don't stress the friendship, because that might put even more stress on you. So that could be hard. Oh, by the way, guys, Avery says, don't have enough for another super chat, but I'm a bridesmaid. Oh my God, that's so great. They made you a bridesmaid. That's so cute. I'm loving this. So Katie, hopefully those help a little bit. Those are our thoughts on that. It depends on the friend, but I don't think that there's any less dignity in being a Dairy Queen. Money is money. Jobs are jobs, especially during this time. Times are weird. And if your boss is a dick, then your boss is a dick. And bail on him. Not bail, but fuck that, you know? What else are you guys thinking? Any questions, comments, concerns? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. This last month, we made 25% of the amount that we made the previous month. I just got it in, and I was like, oh, no. Oh, no, for two reasons. Number one, oh, no, I'm going to have to figure out how to get more jobs during this pandemic. I don't even know how I could possibly work more hours, but I'm going to have to figure it out. And number two, oh no, you guys must really fucking not be doing well right now, because I know when you guys are doing okay, then you guys support me, because you guys are the most supportive bunch ever. So I feel fucking awful that you guys are struggling right now. That was a quick plummet. We went from 50% to 25% like that. So that's another reason why I wanted to ask, how are you guys doing right now? I have a feeling that times are going to be tough for a while. And we're just going to have to figure it the fuck out together and try, and, you know, all these things. Just challenging, motherfucking challenging. So I'm here, guys. I'm here, and I'm loving you guys, and I'm going to do what I can to be here as much as I can without having to figure out other work and such. Let's see. Okay, let's move on to a little bit of, I just had a major, like, my brain moment was like, oh, this month, all the bills are coming. And then I realized I'm in the middle of hosting a show, so I got to get back to talking about topics, because the last thing you guys want to do is hear me bitch about my finances when you guys are worried about your finances also. Fuck a duck. Screw a kangaroo. 69 and Porcupine, Horny at the Zoo. That song is about bestiality, I just realized. Cool. Let's talk politics, guys. Let's talk a little politics, because, you know, that's always fun on this show. The Republicans, they voted to advance Amy Coney Barrett to her Supreme Court nom to the full Senate. If you guys are like me, you're like, how did this even happen? Who, when, what, where, what, how, why, all that, all the questions, all the W's. So here's what's up. Let's break it down. Amy Coney Barrett, when her name was first thrown out there by Trump, everybody said there's no way the Republicans are going to be able to push her into the Supreme Court. prior to the November election, under the Obama administration, for 150 days, they tried to get somebody, and it was shut the fuck down by the Republicans. So there's no way that the Republicans are going to be able to do this to the Dems. Those people who said that were wrong, because it looks like that is exactly what is happening here. Looks like that's exactly what's happening. The Democrats did not show up today for the vote. It wouldn't have mattered if they had, in terms of they obviously would have lost because they don't have the majority. So this was more of a symbol saying we don't fucking support this and we're not showing up for this. And so that was wild to see. This is unprecedented times, and I think it was a good move by the Democrats to not show up. But now Amy Coney Barrett is going to go to the full Senate, where the Republicans have the majority. And extremely, extremely likely what's going to happen is that Amy Coney Barrett is going to fill Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat on the Supreme Court, which is incredibly scary and sad for a bajillion reasons. Number one, RBG did everything she could to hang on every single day. And I believe that when she died, she probably thought, okay, I've waited long enough. I've pulled through long enough. There's no way the Republicans are going to be able to pull this off right now. And unfortunately, that was not correct. Number two, Amy Coney Barrett is one of the most conservative people that will have ever served on the Supreme Court. She's incredibly, incredibly conservative. And with her in the Supreme Court, we know that our right to choose as women, when it comes to abortions in our bodies, is highly at risk. We know that the LGBTQIA community their rights are also at risk. We know a lot of things about her being extremely, extremely conservative, right wing. And so that is terrifying and stressful. For those of you guys who didn't see, there were activists dressed up in handmaids costumes that were rallying in front of the Supreme Court to oppose the nomination. That's today. Let me see if I can just pull this up for you guys. So that's pretty wild. Because everybody who keeps saying that we're so far from Handmaid's Tale, we just never know how close we actually really are. Her vote there, Republicans are really excited because it was unanimous, but it was only unanimous amongst the Republicans because the Dems did not show up. So there was also a lot of question about whether this was legal and the rules in order to be able to vote somebody in, because apparently you have to have a couple of Democrats there, but they did not. This Vice article says the GOP just broke the rules to advance Amy Coney Barrett's Supreme Court nomination. The Senate Judiciary Committee held the vote without any Democratic members present. Republicans on the Senate Judiciary Committee tossed out committee rules Thursday morning and voted to advance Judge Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court to the full Senate without any Democratic members present. The 12-0 committee vote frees the full Senate to vote on presidential Donald Trump's nomination of Barrett on Monday. With their 53-47 majority, there's little to stop state Republicans from confirming a ninth Supreme Court justice just a few days before the November 3rd election. If confirmed, Barrett would cement the court's 6-3 conservative majority, likely for years to come. She'd replace the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, a trailblazing feminist lawyer who died in mid-September. Obviously, we've talked about her a ton on this show. So now, I mean, when you talk about packing the court, which is the hot topic issue right now, the Republicans are packing the court, not the fucking Democrats, but not just the Supreme Court, but with so many judges. So the question is, if this happens, which it seems like it's going to happen, it seems like Amy Coney Barrett is going to be the next member of the Supreme Court. What will the Democrats do? What will Biden do? And what it seems like is going to happen, he says he's putting together a committee, but I believe that he will expand the Supreme Court. and add a couple of seats. Now, the Supreme Court has had 9 people on it for the last 100 and some odd years, but our population has tripled in size, and apparently a lot of Supreme Court justices, like a lot of times Supreme Court can't take cases because there's not enough of them. And so a lot of times they will like do individual hearings, but there's just not enough of them. So expanding into something that people have been looking into for a while, but we would need to win the Senate and the House, and obviously the presidency in order for Biden to do that. And the problem with that is it kind of becomes a little bit of a shit show where Biden then say he adds 2 seats to the Supreme Court. Then if the next person elected is a Republican, they might add 2 seats to the Supreme Court. I mean, this like people just go tit for tat. So in general, this is kind of a disaster of a situation, and it affects us all. You know, a lot of people say, like, I really won't be affected by the election. This really, truly affects us all, what's happening here. It does. And, you know, they've also talked about term limits and what to do there. But this is a wee bit of a nightmare. And I don't know how to spin it positively. The only positive spin, I guess, is that there are options if she does, what seems like she's going to become the next member of the Supreme Court, then if we vote Dem, then there are options. If we do not, then there aren't. And we're going to be in big fucking trouble. We, as in anybody who would like control over their own body or has friends or people that they want to have control over their own bodies as well. It's yikes. It's yikes. So that's a little bit of the update. Hopefully that makes a little more sense. I know that it's confusing with the Supreme Court and what's happening there, but I just wanted to kind of break that down for everybody. We got some stuff going on Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Rob Fishbeck says, as COVID cases go up in Illinois, they are shutting down the bars and restaurants again. I know too many people that are losing jobs and getting laid off again. Finishing lockdown shopping tonight, as I'm afraid the second wave is here. Stay safe, everyone. Yeah, things are not looking great. The COVID numbers are going up, not down. And we kind of determined that there's never going to be a second wave. We're like just in these waves, these constant fucking waves. It wasn't like it went away. There was one wave, we cleared it because it never went away because we never took the precautions and measures that we needed to. So Rob Fishbeck, I'm really sorry people are losing their jobs. It's fucking awful. It fucking sucks. And same, you know, like start one thing, like new thing at Quibi, then that goes away. Screen Junkies right now not bringing in freelance people. It keeps happening to me with work where book something canceled. Can't talk about a lot of them anyway, but it's just really fucking hard during this time for everybody. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Hello, Roxy. Love ya. As always, thanks for giving us this show and safe space to just be ourselves and chill/hang out together. Do you know which game you're doing tonight on Hoffer? Be well, RJ and Rockstars. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you all. Oh, and then you signed it #SmashCancer, which I haven't been saying enough on the show, but I will say to you guys that I did get a message from Kevin Smets, who listened to the show on dealing with trauma. And I am really grateful that he said some very kind things about it. And that he was glad about the perspective that I gave. So that was really nice. We are doing the Giants-Eagles game tonight. I think that is what you asked. Did you know which game you're doing tonight on Hoffer? Yeah, we're doing Thursday night football. Giants, Eagles. What a shit show. What a fucking shit show. Because there's that. Broken Blue, Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Did you hear about Texas and Alabama? Texas social workers are now allowed to turn LGBTQ plus and people with disabilities away Alabama has no early voting and blocks curbside voting. My disabled cousin in Alabama can't vote because of this. What world are we in? Broken Blue, I did hear about this. The fuck? I don't know how anybody hears this and is like, that's okay. Like, it's 2020. We're still not on the side of our LGBTQIA brothers and sisters. Like, who the fuck cares? Who cares if you're queer? Who cares? Why would I care who you're fucking or who you love? Or why would I care if you are a man or a woman or a non-binary person or what your pronouns are? Why the fuck would I care about that? And I don't mean that like I don't care for your rights. Obviously, that's what I do care about. But why would that make you any different than the fact that I like men or I like women or I am a woman? What the fuck do I care how you identify? Like, let people live their lives. So turning away people for that is insane to me. And then turning away people for disabilities is fucking crazy too. Because what? Like, because I'm able-bodied, I'm greater than and get more opportunities than you? It doesn't make fucking sense. So this is crazy. I don't know what world we're in, Broken Blue, that this is okay with us. But this is a weird 2020 time, and we're going to have to fight tooth and nail for all these things. Thing is, things keep popping up like whack-a-mole, and we're tired, and we've been fighting the good fight. And this last year was dedicated to Me Too, and this year is dedicated to BLM. But the problem is, those are massive problems, but they're also not the only problems. And so we have to actually fight for those massive things and all the other fucking massive things too. We don't get to really take breaks. So it's tough. Morse code Z in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar says the amount of times I've heard of an article saying Republicans can't do that legally about something that has been done and then don't really hear much after has not helped that number you asked to start the show. I know. Makes me depressed too. It's like, well, if you can't do that legally, then how are you doing it? Like, or if you're impeached, like, what does that mean? Like, why can you do what you're doing? It doesn't make any sense. It's fucking insane. It is fucking insane. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Striar. Thank you so much to our amazing Jake Yakoveta for throwing that in there. Also in the super chat. Also just in the chat. Also, if you're watching this video live, don't forget to thumbs up this motherfucker. Thumbs up this motherfucker. 105 people watching live right now. 61 thumbs up. Let's get those going. Also comment after the fact. There's all different ways to support. Tell a friend. Let's grow this community. It's been a long time. We're back at 20K subscribers. We keep going down. It's been a long time since we gained some subscribers. So if you have people that you think would be great for this community, please let them know. We are here every single motherfucking day. Every day, without fail. Here I am. I am she. I show up for you guys and me. What we're talking about, wild things that are happening in 2020. The judge dropped the third-degree murder charge against Derek Chauvin in the George Floyd case. To me, this was very, very obvious that this was going to happen. I don't know about you guys, but actually this is not an awful thing that happened because it makes sense. It makes sense that the third-degree murder charge would be dismissed. But the other charges were not dismissed. So that's good. That is good. And unintentional second-degree murder is still on the table, and second-degree manslaughter still stands. I'm okay with those things. And the state has 5 days to appeal this, so we'll see if any of that happens. Let's see what ABC7 had to say. They said a Hennepin County judge dismissed the charge Thursday against Chauvin, former Minneapolis police officer captured on video pressing his knee against Floyd's neck. Under the state sentencing guidelines, a conviction of unintentional second-degree murder carries a presumptive sentence of 12.5 years, but a judge can order a sentence ranging up to 15 years without departing from the guidelines. For second-degree manslaughter, the guidelines call for 4 years in prison or a discretionary range up to 4.75 years. So what do you guys think about this? Are you surprised to hear this? Do you think that this makes sense? In the same ruling issued by Judge Peter A. Cahill Thursday, the motion to dismiss the charges for 3 other former police officers was denied. So that's a good thing also. They're all still charged with aiding and abetting both second-degree murder and manslaughter. All 4 of the officers were also fired, by the way, which seems like it should be a no-brainer, but apparently in these cases is not a fucking no-brainer. So, yeah, I saw that this made trending news and that a lot of people were upset by this, but a lot of people also understood that the third-degree murder charge probably was not going to stick, and so it makes sense that with those 2 other charges, unintentional second-degree murder and second-degree manslaughter. So that would mean if it was 15 years despite departing from the guidelines and 4.75 years. So we're looking at a possible 20 years if both of these things are convicted, which sounds about right to me. Curious what you guys believe. It's tough. I have such a hard time when people ask me, like, how long should the sentence be? It's seemingly so impossible to be like, this is how long it's worth, because, like, you took somebody's life. So if we're an eye for an eye rules, you go to prison for the rest of your life. But then, like, I don't even know how to gauge then, because what's, like, if this isn't third-degree murder, there has to be something above that, and how long people do, or, like, even crimes that aren't murder, when it's, like, robbery, or if it's assault, or any of these things. Like, I have such a hard time being like, this equals 7 years, and this is 4 years. Like, my mind does not work that way. I'm like, how about we just, like, don't rape and murder people so that I don't have to figure out how long you should go to prison for? Not that I have to figure that out anyway, because they're way more qualified people than me to do that. But I don't know. Whenever anybody asks, like, is that long enough? Should it have been longer? I'm like, I don't know. What is a life worth? 20 years? Probably it's worth more than that. It's worth a whole life. So that's me trying to make these calls. You guys tell me how you feel with 20 years on the line. Do you guys think that was accurate? Oh boy. Should we change topics to something a little more, a little less political, a little more, it's controversial, but it's that decent controversy, not that shitty controversy. And that's the Uncharted game, guys. I don't play video games often. In fact, I don't play them at all unless I am at, like, an event, or, I have to do it for work, or anything of those lines happen. I just don't really play video games. I like them, but I suck at them. So playing them by myself is just a recipe for disaster, because I get so fucking pissed and angry and throw shit. I'm a really sore loser in that sense. I suck at sucking at things. So I don't know much about Uncharted. But what I do know is that an image was released by Tom Holland. I'll show you guys here. This is my new way of showing you guys things. That's Tom Holland releasing a new image from Uncharted. He is playing Nathan Drake, and apparently a lot of people feel like Nathan Fillion should have gotten the role. They're such different ages that I'm kind of confused how that's possible. Also, what's funny about this is that apparently originally Mark Wahlberg had the role, but the film has been in production for so long. It's just been such a go at it that now Mark Wahlberg is playing Sully. So he aged out of the role. Aging out of a role is a fucking disaster. But people also don't believe he should be cast as Sully, and that it should be Tom Hanks, seems to be the thing I keep seeing people tweet about. So you guys educate me on this. Who the fuck should be playing Nathan? Who the fuck should be playing Sully? How did you feel like this image looked? To me, this Tom Holland looks like a Indiana Jones type. He's got that one strand of hair, like that Brad Pitt look, that falls in his face. He's got the non-tight pants, like I'm an archaeologist look. He's handsome. He does look very young. I don't know how young the character's supposed to be, but Tom Holland to me looks like a boy, maybe it's because of Spider-Man, but, like, I think of Tom Holland as, like, 15. So it's hard for me to be like, Tom Holland is anything but a kid. And And who do you guys, what's your dream cast? Let me know. What are you guys talking about in here? Looks good to me, says Thaddeus. Yeah, I think it's fine. Spidey says Tom Holland's too young to be Nathan Drake. Might be. Nathan Fillion's better for the role, says Garth. Okay. It seemed like Twitter was fucking up in arms about this. I don't know how legit that is, but oh wow, guys, breaking news from Hollywood Reporter. Simon Kinberg to write, produce Battlestar Galactica movie for Universal. Holy shit. Any Battlestar people in here? Crazy enough, I've only seen a couple of episodes, but I never fully watched Battlestar Galactica, and everybody always said it was right up my alley. But apparently Simon Kinberg's going to write and produce this movie for Universal. Let's see. Dylan Clark is also producing the longest gestating feature adaptation of the cult favorite TV series. Cyclones are on the march. Cylons. Simon Kinberg is signed up to write and produce a big screen take of Battlestar, Universal's long gestating feature adaptation of its sci-fi franchise. Kinberg, who was the overarching architect for almost a decade's worth of X-Men movies, now has a new franchise universe to work with and will be starting from the ground up and telling the tale of humans on faraway planets on the run from a race of intelligent machines bent on wiping them out. How are you guys feeling about this? Okay, it seems like you guys are not into this. Kate says the day gets worse. Zeno says no. Ugh. Morse code says, wow, not my first pick. So talk to me, guys. Why are you feeling that way? Who would you rather see? Are you guys just really not Kinberg people? I understand. He'll join producer Dylan Clark, who's long shepherded the project at the studio, which has attracted filmmakers such as Bryan Singer and Francis Lawrence over the years. Yikes. Battlestar Galactica is one of the holy grails in science fiction, and I couldn't be more excited about bringing something new to the franchise while honoring what's made it so iconic and enduring, said Kinberg in a statement. I'm so grateful that Dylan and my partners at Universal have trusted me with this incredible universe. Well, what's he going to say other than that? Probably just very excited. Okay. Kate says, I'm so over white men writers failing up. To have a penis in Hollywood. Am I right? Simon Kinberg is one of the worst names in Hollywood, says Garth McMurray. Weston Iris says, I don't know enough. DK says, how does this guy keep failing up so high? Some people just have really good personalities and people want to work with them. I don't know. I really don't know. Write and produce. Hey, maybe this time's the charm. You just never know. Simon Kinberg, I feel sorry for those fans, LOL, says Thunder God. Doesn't seem like a single one of you guys is excited about this. Zeno says track record isn't good. Yeah. This does happen a lot in Hollywood, but sometimes people would rather go with somebody who is like a known quantity than really good. I don't have as much against Simon Kinberg as you guys seem to, though. So, there is that. Let's jump over to the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's see. Pink Sweet in here says, I got a lot of casework to do at my job, so I'm leaving early and we'll catch this answer on the replay. LOL, do the World Girls have any plans on merch? I would love a good sweatpant. Have a good day, all. Yeah, definitely Pink Sweet. We don't know what yet, but Steph is so obsessed with merch and sweats and all that stuff that we definitely will be doing merch. We just have to figure out how we can do it where it's not that time consuming and can maybe make us a little bit of money, because we are spending so much time on the World Girls right now. And right now we are spending a lot more time than we are making money. But hopefully the more time we spend, the more money we will be able to make, the more we'll be able to actually do it, because girls got to eat, Leonard Kim in the streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, hey, Roxy, good luck with Hoffer tonight. You killed it the last time, so I'm sure you'll kill it again tonight. Hope the rest of your day goes well and brings you joy. By the way, the hair is so on fleek. Oh my God, Leonard Kim, you're my fucking favorite human being. Thank you. Appreciate that. I hope the Hoffer gig goes well as well. in the Streamlabs, also streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Glenn Caesar says, Roxy, any thoughts on using the audio from the show to create a Live the Roxy podcast as a way to attract potential sponsors to help make up for the jobs that you've lost this year, as well as the recent decrease in donations? I don't know that will work in helping to make money, but it might. It's just going to take me like 20 more minutes a day to figure it out. But I have been planning on doing it for a while. Steph told me she would show me how to do it. So I just need to start doing that. Gregory Castillo says, I need a World Girl hoodie on God. Totally. G. Smith, he messed up Dark Phoenix twice. I mean, that's a fair assessment. I feel you. Zeno says, also this, Kinberg as a writer is fine, but producing as well is a bad decision. Okay. Well, you guys let me know in the comments if you're watching this after the fact. Is anybody excited about Simon Kinberg signing on to this? Anyone excited? Bueller. All right. That's all we got for today. What is that loud fucking noise? Wish me luck on Hoffer tonight. And if you're watching this after the fact or right now, leave that thumbs up, leave that comment. It really helps the algorithm. Tell a friend. Let's grow that Rockstar community. We've got 115 people watching live right now, 85 thumbs up. Let's fucking go with them thumbs. And also let me know what else you guys want me to talk about. Are you liking that I'm talking about politics more? Do you wish I was sticking with entertainment more? Is there something that I'm not talking about at all? Like Big Brother that you want to hear more about? Just let me know, friends. Just let me know. Good luck today. Whatever your number was, remember it's forever changing. So if you're feeling like a 3, you could be feeling like a 10 tomorrow. And if you're feeling, usually doesn't jump that high, but if you're feeling like a 6, could be a 7, 4, could be 5. You just never know. So keep fucking putting in the work, make your bed, all that great stuff. I love you guys lots. And I will be with you live at the Roxy tomorrow at 1 p.m. Yes, that's true. I just was checking in my head. See you guys tomorrow. Much love.